Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to episode number 2, Big Bad 2 of Robb's right-wing rants. Now that's a tongue twister. Try saying that 5 to 10 times real fast. I could, and I thought about shortening it to just Robb's rants, but I feel it was very important that should a lefty stumble upon this video, these videos, that they have fair warning that this is definitely right-wing oriented, which of course is the right way anyways, but only fair to play fair. There's a note for any lefties paying attention to this. Play fair. And on that note, I'm seeing a lot of sore loser stuff going on. You know, you got the riots, you got all the, I wouldn't even call them riots, you got the silliness going on in the street where, you know, Soros is paying people to go out and, you know, basically pretend to riot in the streets. That's all that's going on there. That's just more his games. But that's not what today's video is about. What I have seen a lot of, on a consistent basis since the election, is a lot of the Hillary supporters whining and crying about the popular vote and how Hillary won the popular vote. I saw one post today which really cracked me up. A Hillary supporter said she's up by 1.7 million in the popular vote. Is that enough to start a revolution? And you just gotta laugh. Number one, it ain't gonna happen. Number two, what is the left going to start a revolution with? These are the same guys that have tried to get rid of all the gun ownership. So you're going to use your toothbrush and toothpaste to start a revolution. So give me a break. It's just a lot of sore loser talk. Here's the deal. The U.S. election, president and vice president, is not based off the popular vote. And hopefully most people know that. And the reason for that was actually a genius idea, I should say, and it was created by the founding fathers. You know, those people that started and wrote the Constitution. Same people came up with the Electoral College because they, in their infinite wisdom, as opposed to what you're hearing out there on the streets these days from all the protesters and rioters, realized that the only fair method of determining who would be president and vice president would be to give fair representation in the electoral process throughout the whole country. Okay? If you only have the popular vote, well, guess what? You're going to have New York City, and you're going to have the state of California, and maybe Texas in there deciding who's going to become the president and vice president. Now, how fair is that? How fair is the state of California? How are they determining the president going to be a fair representation of somebody in little town West Virginia or somebody in the state of Georgia? They're complete polar opposites. So the forefathers saw this, and just because one state explodes in population doesn't mean that they should then determine all the policies forever of a country. So that's why the Electoral College came into play. And it is, I would even argue, of course it's flawed, any man-made thing is flawed. I do believe it's the best of the two, and I do believe it's the best option that's on the table at the moment. But I even believe it is flawed from the standpoint of already leaning and giving an unfair advantage to the left. The Democrats definitely have an easier path to the presidency. You've got the state of California that's already got 54 electoral votes right out of the gate. And you know that's going left right away. What they say, I don't even have the exact numbers, but they said at the start of the election, Clinton had something like 200 and some electoral votes guaranteed right from the get-go. So the only way for a Republican to get in is they've got to break one of those pretty much guaranteed Democratic states down into, they got to break it into and turn it into a Republican state. So it's a much harder road. It's already biased towards the left, and still the left, the lost, are still complaining. Anyway, it was designed, here's how it works. It was designed, again, so it's equal representation, and it is based off population from this standpoint. I'm actually going to read it exactly, and I'll put a link under this show to history.com, so it's a history channel, it's unbiased. Topics/electoral-college. I'll put a link under the video so you can go check it out yourself. A nice little video on there and a breakdown. What it says here, when Americans vote for president and vice president, they're actually voting for presidential electors, known collectively as the Electoral College. It is these electors, chosen by the people, who elect the chief executive. The Constitution, and here's how it works. The Constitution assigns each state a number of electors equal to the combined total of the state Senate. So each state gets 2 right there, and House of Representatives delegation, which is based on your population. And this is why, let me see what it says here. The number of electors per state ranges from 3 to 54. So this is why, like, a state like Maine has 3. They get the 2 senators and the 1 House of Representatives. And a state like California gets 54, because based on the population of California being so huge, they get the 2 senators, plus what do they get? They get the 52 House of Representatives, which turns into the extra 52 electors. So it's already based on the population. It's absolutely the best system that's out there right now. Sure, it's got flawed. Sure, it'd be great if the person who won the electoral won the popular each time, but it definitely shouldn't be the other way around. It definitely should not be the individual who won the popular vote being able to dictate all the policy for the U.S. forever. Then, what a terrible place to live. You have California and New York always deciding policy for the U.S. forever, and the U.S. would just go to shit. With all due respect to everybody out there who lives in those states. I know there's some great people who do live in them, but they definitely lean left and can be completely unfair. So all you Hillary supporters out there that are calling for, a big revolt and, she won the popular, and we're just going to revolt and stand up and, the electors, they don't have to cast their vote the way that the voters choose. Just stop. Just stop. It's over, guys. She lost. Thank the Lord she lost. It's done. See in 4 years, settle in, give him a shot. Trump's going to be fabulous, and, you don't have to see it right now or believe it. That's fine. He's going to be incredible. But regardless if you think he's going to be or not, give him a shot. Republicans gave Obama a shot. Let him have it for 8 full years. He completely destroyed it, made a mess of it, but we still gave him a shot. You didn't see any Republicans out in the streets rioting and going on. So let it go. The forefathers, your forefathers, knew better than you. Trust me. That's why it's worked for so long, and that's why it'll continue to work. Have yourself a great day, guys. Rob is signing out, and we'll see you back here for another one of my Robb's right-wing rants. Have a great day.